Guys, the resource is nothing but,
Services.
sorry, yes, right. Resource is
Resource
nothing but,
services.
yes, services. So a service, what is the service? So, so a resource equal to service. It may be a EC2 or IAM or S3 or VPC or EKS, ECS, right? So a resource
Service.
is nothing but a
Service.
service. So for example, so the documentation will be available under where the documentation will be available, guys? The Terraform documentation, registry.terraform.
Terraform document.
So what is the documentation is available under the registry.terraform.io. So no need to learn the functions, everything. You just go to the registry.terraform.io and get the resource, and whatever the resource you want to write, you can write it the resources. Understood? So whatever the resource you want, you can write it. Yeah. So go to the providers, browse AWS. So then documentation. So what is that? EC2, for example. So what is the resource? AWS underscore instance. So what is that? This is the resource. What this is? So this is the resource. So what this is? This is the resource. Right. So resource. What is the resource? The function should be a resource AWS underscore instance. So what is the resource? AWS underscore instance is the resource example. So we need to provide some AMI instance type and tag. So this is the resource. The resource should be a service, either EC2, IAM, S3, VPC, EKS, ECS, whatever the services we have, right? So this is nothing but a resource. This is nothing but a resource. Is understood? So you need to provide the resource. These are the arguments. So arguments should be required, required or optional. Required or optional. So optional arguments no need to provide in the resource block. Optional, no need to provide, no need to add it in the resource block. If it is a required, we need to add that required arguments compulsory. We need to add the required arguments. Guys, now you understood? So in our so yesterday should right. What is that? So in our company, so in our company having the environments. How many environments we have, guys, in our company? Guys, how many environments have in our company in
Two
the real
environment.
time?
To
Oh, what are those?
Production and
prod and
non-production.
prod.
What are those?
Production and
Control.
Dev
non-production.
environment, QA environment to production environment.
Yes, nice. Very good statements. So what are the environments? For example, this is a dev, this is a QA, and this is a production environment. So in these environments, each environment, so I need two instances, right? Two instances and one S3 bucket, one S3 bucket, and one EKS, and we have a one VPC and one security group, right? So you have one EC2 instance, security group, and PKS, S3, and 3 IAM users. So what we need, guys? So for this dev environment, what we need, guys? Tell me. This is the most important, guys.
Instances, LAM users, S3 bucket.
So you need each environment. What you need? You need so you need all these resources. So right. So for these resources, so before we do it manually, before we did manually, how we can build the infra? Nowadays, I want to build this infra through how I want to build this infra, guys. Guys, I want to build this infra through how?
Terraform.
Through IAC. So what IAC we are trying to configure, build through Terraform. Through Terraform. Yes, understood? Right. So for this purpose, what we need, so we need a file called it as what that file? So the file call it as to call it as a Terraform file. So what that file? So something like this is my main.tf. What this is, guys? Main.tf. So
Yeah.
this is also my main.tf. So this is also main.tf. Guys, understood? So this main.tf having all these instances, all these resources code. So all these resources code will be in my main.tf. My main.tf. So all these resources will be in one file. It will be clumsy. It will be clumsy. I want to segregate the different files. I want to segregate this in the different files. That is called as a stack. What is called this? So that is called as a stack. What is a stack? Is nothing but dev stack and QA stack and prod stack. Guys, what is that? Dev stack, QA stack, and the prod stack. Guys, understood? So in this stack, how many files we have? So for example, this is my dev stack. What this is, guys? This is my dev stack. So in the dev stack, what are the files I have? I have main.tf, variables.tf, versions.tf, versions.tf, providers.tf, or something like output.tf. So right, so variables. So this is my stack. My stack, my dev stack contains how many files, guys? Guys, my dev stack contains how many files?
5 files.
5 files.
What are those?
Main.tf, variable.tf, version.tf, providers.tf, output.tf.
Yes. So how many environments I have?
3, sir.
How many environments I have?
3.
3.
Three environment. How every environment I have every environment I have
Five,
guys.
5 files.
That 5 files we call it as a
Stack.
stack is nothing but a number of files. Stack is nothing but number of files, our environment. So this is dev stack means dev environment, QA stack means QA environment, prod stack means prod environment. Prod stack means prod environment. Our total entire dev environments, or total entire dev environments, or total entire dev environments will be in one stack. Entire dev environments will be in one stack. I will tell you. Yes, this is test VNet, staging VNet, right? Production VNet. So this is nothing but a VPC, production VPC, staging VPC, and test VPC. So test, how many servers we have? We have one server here, two servers here, three servers. So what are those? So we have a VPN, RDPC, we have a database, VPC, blobs, right? You see, in the production environment, what are the servers have? Web server is there, DB server is there, and on VM server is there, Power BI server is, BI DB server is there, Azure Blob Storage is there, Azure S3 bucket. So, right, how many we have in this production environment? You have in the production environment, these all are the services. These all are the services will be created under this stack. Under this stack. So, variables means we will provide the variable information. So, for example, the information should be, the variables will be declared in the variable.tf. So versions. So what are the versions, guys? So version is Terraform version, and AWS version will be provided in the version. So provider. So what are the providers? AWS or Azure or GCP. Right. In the providers file, we will provide the providers. So in the versions, we will provide the Terraform version and AWS version, and variables we need to provide the declaring the variables and the main.tf. What we need a VPC, we need a EC2. Everything will be declared under the main. The variables will be taking from this variable.tf, and versions providers output. For example, I need a public IP address, public IP address of VM. So right. It will get it in the outputs. We need a IP address or storage, whatever we want, for username, password, we will get it in the outputs, right? So we will provide it in the outputs. Guys, now you understood what is a stack? These all are the Terraform dev stack, Terraform QA stack, Terraform pod stack. A prod, dev, QA, a stack contains a number of files related to a environment. So in the files we are providing the whatever the services we want. Whatever the services we want, we will provide it. Guys, now you understood?
Yes.
Yes, right? Very good. So the same like as Azure, the same like as a GCP, the same like as GCP. Now you understood? So the environment will be created through the code. Which code? IAC code, right? So where we can provide that code, the code will be provided under these files. These files. What is the structure, guys? The structure is Terraform structure is something like main dot variables dot versions dot providers dot output dot. Guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right? Nice. Very good. So this is most important, guys. This is the real-time examples. So how we are providing, how we are creating the environments through the stacks only. Guys, understood? Yeah. Now, so how we can write the code, guys? How we can write the code? Does anyone knows IDE? What is IDE?
Integrated development environment.
Yeah. So examples, IDE tools.
Eclipse.
Nice, very good. Eclipse. Eclipse is the IDE to write the Java language, Java code or something like Eclipse.
PyCharm.
Eclipse. So Python is a language, right?
PyCharm, sir.
PyCharm. So for example, Autumn. What is it?
NetBeans also ID.
Which one?
NetBeans.
NetBeans.
Yeah.
Yeah, equal to Eclipse type, sir. Java.
Okay. Integrated development environment, software for the software development. Yes. So NetBeans also same like. So nowadays the popular IDE is VS Code, guys. What is that? So what is the popular IDE? So popular IDE is VS Code. So how they are writing the code? They are writing the code in the Visual Studio IDEs. Because of why IDE? So something like if you want to write the before how they are writing the code, they are writing the code in the net notepad or notepad plus plus or something like right. So if you use the IDE something like a VS Code, IDE having some plugins. IDE having some plugins. So if you install those plugins, so they will tell you if the correct syntax you wrote, so whatever you wrote, right, the code will be syntax correct or not, something like how. So if you start that syntax, it will automatically give the open and close and whatever it will be show the, it will give the options. It will give the options, whatever we want to enter, right? So for that purpose, we are using IDE. So which IDE? So we are using IDE like as a VS Code. What is that, guys? VS
OBS
Code is the
code.
IDE. So this IDE is provided by the Microsoft. Microsoft company provided the one IDE. That IDE is VS Code. What it is, guys? VS Code, Visual Studio Code. You guys can just go to Visual Studio, go to IDE, go to web browser and search the Visual Studio Code download. Yeah, so this is just go to here and download for the Windows and just install next it will install, guys. Okay, so I opened the my Visual Studio IDE. So what is this? New window. Okay, so this is my Visual Studio Code. And before that, I will create a, so before the, yeah, so I will create a one folder. So what that folder name is, new folder. So folder name is AWS Terraform batch 60. So this is my, so what is my stack name? My stack name is, for example, Terraform batch 60. Okay. So my stack name is, so open folder, click file and open folder. So in the desktop, what is your Terraform batch 60? This is the folder I am selecting. So what is this? This is my stack. I am here. So I'm creating a file, call it as a my first ec2.tf. I'm just creating my test, my first ec2.tf. .tf is the, so what is the extension for the Terraform, guys? So what is
Dot
the extension for the Terraform files?
Dot
Dot
TF.
dot
.tf. Extension is what is the extension, guys? So .tf is the extension for Terraform. What is that, guys? So .tf is the extension for the .terraform files. So right. So what is the symbol? If you are install the extension, if you go to the extension here, see settings and go to the extensions and check if the Terraform is installed or not. You see HashiCorp.terraform. So this is already installed. That is the reason whenever I create a file, call it as a terraform.tf, it will automatically show the image, that logo of the Terraform. The logo of the Terraform it will be showing. So this is my first ec2.tf. What is that? This is my first ec2.tf. So what we need to create? So we need to provide the, so what is that, guys? Guys, what is the code? So what we need to write it here. First, what is that? Provider. What is the provider, guys? What is the provider? Provider AWS. You see, it is also changing the color. When you open a brace, You will see it will open the closer. So when you click it, okay. So provider AWS equal to. So what we need to first we need to give the region. So in which region you want to create the create the EC to US East 1. Okay. And what we need to provide, guys? So we need to provide the access key. You see, it will automatically come in. So and access key and secret key. Access key and secret key. We need to provide the access key and secret key. So this is our provider module. This is our provider module. So what next, guys? So the next thing is,
Res-
what is that?
Resource.
Resource. Just I'm taking this a resource. This is the resource block. What is this? So I want to go to log into the AWS. Then the region is US East 1 and access key and secret key. And you need to provide the AWS instance. Example, my EC2. Okay, AMI we will provide like this. So we will provide the AMI. Okay, so we'll create the AMI T2 micro. Okay, so images hello world. Hello world or tags something like we are creating a tag called as a hello world. So what is the access key secret key? You already downloaded the access key secret key in yesterday's while creating the user. While creating the user. So we created a Shrihika user. Yeah. So what is this? So this is the access key. What this is? So this is the access key. Sorry, access key. Secret key. Okay. So this is the access key and secret key resources. So AMI. We need to provide the AMI also. What is the AMI, guys? AMI sign in. What is the code, guys? Code is 670 and 705. So this is the code. Yeah, where I want to launch in North Virginia. So you need to go to the AMI. AMI is nothing but Amazon Mission Image, right? No AMI. So instance, North Virginia, AMI means this region forwarded by me. AMI catalog. Yeah, I want to install the Amazon Linux 3. What this AMI, guys? AMI ID. AMI ID is this is the AMI ID for 64-bit and this is ARM and this is the 64-bit. I need this AMI ID. Yes, this is the AMI ID. So AMI ID and instance type and so the tag. So this is the what this is, guys. This is my Terraform file. This is my Terraform file and so where you need to execute the commands. You need to execute the commands through git bash. What is that, guys? You need to execute the commands in the git bash. Git bash. So when you will get this git bash, so if you install the git install, if you install git, I will tell you later this one, guys. You guys just install git on your system. How to install Git, Google, Git download. I will tell you Git later, guys. You just install this Windows, and this is the so Git for x86 64-bit, guys. You guys just click it. It will automatically download it, guys. So once it is downloaded, just next. It will install automatically. Next. It will honestly install automatically. Later, what you need to do, you need to just search the Git bash. Click it the Git bash. So it will open the this git bash because of if you want to learn the terraform is a CLI. How you can run the commands? You can run the commands through bash. So that's the reason we need a git bash. So we need a git bash, guys understood? Yeah. So right, so where you write the code here and go to the terminal and new terminal. Here here it will open the terminal. Which terminal it is? PowerShell. I want to run the commands through the git bash. You can use the git bash terminal. You can use the git bash. This is the git bash ls. If you click the ls, my first ec2.tf is there. Okay, in this folder, you see, right? So this is the my first ec2 is file is saved in this file. Okay, yeah. So now what you need to do? You need to download the Terraform. Just Terraform download. So Terraform download, install issue download. So once you click this, right, download the Terraform. So for Mac, Windows, for this Windows, right, what is the version, guys? So what is the version? The version is 1.13. So 1.13.4. So 1.4. The version Terraform started. So what is that, guys? So the Terraform version started. Terraform 0.11, Terraform 0.12, 0.12, 0.13, 0.14, 0.13, and Terraform 0.14. Later they started as a Terraform 1.0, 1.1, 1.2 up to Terraform 1.13 version. So what is the Terraform current version, guys? The Terraform current version is 1.13. So right, you need to download this Terraform. So 1.13 version. Okay, you just download it. No need worry about it. You just download it. Just download. And so this is the binary file. No need to install. If you need to install VS Code, Git, but no need to install the Terraform, right? Once you untar, just double click. So it will be untar, guys. So it will be untar in this. Yeah. So it will be untar. What this is? So this is a Terraform. Extract all here. Extract. Okay, this is the Terraform 13. What you need to do is just rename this Terraform 1.13.4. So you need to copy this in the C compile some. Program files are program file x86. Yeah. So I'm removing this. We want to save this. Yeah, what is this, guys? So Terraform 30. What is the version, guys? Terraform 30. Where you need to copy this? You need to copy this in the C program files in Terraform 30. So copy this path and set it in the environment variables. Set in the environment variables in the search. Set environment variables. So why you need to set the environment variables? So we can run the Terraform wherever you are. Wherever you are, you can run the Terraform, right? If you go to here, then click the path and OK. Sorry, edit, right? So edit environment variables. Okay, click the path, or else you can open the environment variables. Environment variables. Yeah, this is the environment variables. So click here, environment variables, and click the path and edit the path. Here it's already added, guys. As I'm just removing this, I'm deleting this. I'm adding a new and paste it here. See program files Terraform 1.13.4. Okay, okay, okay. Now, now go to here Terraform. Terraform not a command. Close this. Open new terminal. Bash. Get this bash PowerShell. Get bash. Terraform. Environment variable is not set for. Let's see. See program files. Terraform. You need to put everything in moment, right? Environment variables. Path. And environment variables. Path. Edit. Mm, edit. Edit. I think we missed the slash. Okay. Okay. Great. This is this. Set environment variables.
Sir, we have to install Terraform on VS Code now.
No, no need to install.
Okay.
So what is that? C program files Terraform. This is correct only, right? Let's delete this one. Okay, wait. Program files, Terraform, renew, name setting Terraform. Okay, what is that? Terraform, right? This is the path. In the path, we need to set environment variables, path, edit, new path, C program files, Terraform. Okay, yes. Here only we need to test the, we need to set the path. The path, okay, okay, okay. Use the command. Why? Yeah? C program files, Terraform. Okay, this is the binary file, no need to install it. So this is the path only, C program files, Terraform, terraform.exe. Huh? Set environment variables. Else, what you need to go? You need to go here. Hmm. So you need to give the path. C, C, D, C, variable, PWD, C, D, C slash program files, C, D, C slash C, D, C, here. What is this, guys? Terraform. C, D, C. So here, copy, paste. So here, Terraform, right? CD Terraform. Okay. So Terraform Wow, shit. Wait, honestly.
We need to extract my
No, I already extracted. Here it will, but it's not. Oh, my. Huh. See. It is very slow. Crash. Press. This is the right. Copy. Paste. CD Terraform. This Terraform. Paste. Coming from version. You see Terraform version. So V1. So on Windows. It is not working. I don't know why it is. PWD. So, okay. This is the command. Copyright. Copy. Guys, so now you understood, right? Wait, Terraform.exe. You enter, it will shows the init, validate, plan, and apply. So that will not coming. I will show you tomorrow. It's no worries. So I am executing that direct command terraform.exe, but I don't want to execute terraform directly. Don't want to go to this file. So whenever I am executing right terraform, it will execute. So wherever I am, it will execute, but it is not working till now. So I will show you. But we need to copy it in the terraform, and you need to set the environment variable in the that file. Then it will work, right? So here Terraform is there, right? I'm copying this, copy. Okay. So where exactly your code, your file is there? So new terminal. So you need to close here everything. So new terminal and open the git bash. Okay. So in the git bash, you need to select the so slash terraform terraform program files, copy. Okay. You can take this twice, paste it. We have to do some. Yeah, program files, cd terraform, terraform.ls, so terraform.exe, copy, paste terraform.exe in it. Okay. I don't want to go to that right. Yes. C programs. I can use this one as cd, cmd, cd dot less var program files, right? cd program files less var cd. What is that? Terraform ls var terraform. What is this? What is this? So I'm copying this one, guys. cd dot cd dot sorry where cd users where cd hurricane where cd batch terraform cd desktop. This is documents, downloads, documents. What is the name of the guys? Terraform, right? Batch 60. Terraform batch 60. Batch 60. Terraform batch 60. We're copying this into copy C users HK paste. Terraform batch 60. CD Terraform batch 60. Okay. Now paste program files slash This is very hectic, guys. Let's give this Terraform desktop. Terraform that's still. Huh? This not this not. C users. C program files. Terraform slash Terraform.exe. Copy this, paste this, and C program is not it. Yeah, you see this. So initializing the backend, initializing the provider plugin. So finding the latest version of HashiCorp and installing the HashiCorp version. So let's see here. Yeah. So Terraform has been successfully initialized. Terraform has been successfully initialized. So initialized, not this one, I think. So open window, open a folder. Here you have to go to C the users on HK. Here batch 60. So this is one select folder. Yeah. You see, so before we only have my first ec2.tf. So, but it is a log file is created and the Terraform in the Terraform providers registry and the license.txt. So if you see here, C users are reclaim. So here, if you see the Terraform batch 60, so it will created the .terraform providers register.terraform.io HashiCorp under AWS. AWS having 1.5.6 under Windows. So it's created the a plugin. It's download and install the plugin because of we need to connect. So we need to connect it from your local Terraform to AWS. That's the reason we need to install the plugin also. This plugin is installed automatically while doing the Terraform init. So while doing the Terraform init, it will be installed. Now, so what we need to do? So Terraform plan. So what is a Terraform plan, guys? So Terraform plan is nothing but a blueprint. What is that? So Terraform a plan is nothing but the a blueprint right here. Terraform plan. So Terraform is nothing but it will apply the. So you see. So here plan 1 to add, 0 to change, and 0 to destruct. So 1 to add is nothing but so what is that? Plus is nothing but a addition. AWS instance my EC2 will be created. What is that? AWS underscore instance is the resource name and where my EC2 instance is creating will be created. So what is the AMI? We are provided the is AMI and everything is optional and we provided the instance type is T2 micro. T2 micro. Okay, everything will be so now to apply. Now to apply. Those are the options. So what is that next Terraform apply. So in the Terraform plan, it will show the plan one to add. One to means one resource need to be added. What that resource? That resource is AWS underscore my EC2 will be created. So Terraform apply. So what is that, guys? Terraform apply. Guys, I will tell you whenever you click the Terraform target, right? So it will open, but I will tell you tomorrow because of it will be lating. Yeah, here apply also showing plan 1 to add, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. But it is the asking when you apply, do you want to perform this action? So Terraform will perform this action described above. Only yes, it will be proceed accepting. So if you see here, so how many instances we have? We have only one instance, so that is a remote instance. Now I'm applying through code. Yes, sir. Yeah, AWS EC2, my EC2 instance is creating. So let's see it is creating or not. You see, hello world. So hello world instance is initializing. Are you created manually or through code, guys?
Through code.
Understood? Yeah. So through code, it is connecting. It is connecting through code. Guys, understood? Guys, understood? So it is initializing once it is refresh. Yeah. So through Terraform, how it is connected? So connected through this step. Provider AWS region US East one. Your provider is a region, and the US East one want to launch this EC2 instance. But how we can connect? So we can connect through the access key and secret key. So while access key secret key, right? Initialization time, it will create a plugin called as a AWS plugin. It will be installed this plugin and it will connected through this provider. Once connection is done establishment, so then we are trying to create the instance. So we are providing everything. So then it will execute the instance creation. Instance creation will be executed. Rise. Apply complete. Resources one added, zero changed, zero destroyed. So here one to add, zero to change, zero to destroy. One added. AWS instance is created. AWS instance is created. Guys, understood? Guys, understood? So how we can build this instance? We can build this, we can provision this instance through code only. So right, how to connect, just click it or connect. Just go to the EC2 instance connect and EC2 user. Still it is in slides. And check the security. So inbound and outbound all created. Yeah. EC2 instances initializing the still hello world connect connect still it is initializing. That's the reason I'm unable to connect this. Failed to connect instance, error establishing SSH connection to your instance, type a letter. Still it is initializing. Okay, once it is coming, status check 2 by 2 bus. So we can able to connect this. Or else I will check that so hello world security group. Security group. Inbound all traffic on source. Wait inbound traffic. Traffic. 000. Share the rules. Hello? Yeah, guys. Right. So now let's see. It's connecting now. EC2 instances. Connect. Connect. Yeah. Sudo soon. That's right. Cat slash etc red hat icon release or OS icon. Yes, understood? So how we can build the infra? You can build the infra through. So we can build the infra through code, and we created the Terraform state file. What this state file will tell you tomorrow. Okay. So what is this state file? State file having everything, that private, so that region, ID, account ID. So we will get this, whatever the details, right? We will get it through tomorrow variables from the outputs. We will get the all these ID, instance ID into publicly. Okay, publicly. So we'll get through the outputs. Tomorrow we'll show you this. Okay, guys. So how to destroy? You just execute the command like Terraform apply destroy. Right. So within one click, it will be destroying everything. So then it will show the, so zero to add, zero to change, one to destroy. It will show the like that. Okay, you see, it is destroying the infra. Refresh here. Yeah. So you see, so zero to add, zero to change, one to destroy. Destroy means red minus. So it will be, so the AWS instance EC2 will be destroyed. Okay. Yes. Guys, I need to jump into another class. We'll tell you tomorrow. Okay. Yep. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.